Hey guys, it's Tom from AlansBMX, and earlier today we got this project in from a customer, and I thought I'd bring you guys along for the ride. So what we have here is a 1982 Skyway TA, originally in chrome. Apparently everything's original on this bike from when the customer owned it, however back in the 80s things did change. So we've got the original Skyways alloy hubs, Skyway frame and fork obviously, we've got JMC bars on this one, Sun Tour stem in blue, AMX 1000 brakes, front and rear, Tech 3 levers. Just kind of got a few shots before we got into pulling it apart to kind of show you what we were dealing with before we even get started. So the chain's looking pretty rusted there as well. Now the stem and the seat clamp are anodized blue and they're both really good overall actually. So I've spoken to the customer and he's decided that we're going to get them re-anodized in blue because there is some imperfections and he wants it to kind of look a bit perfect. And of course a Shimano DX style pedal, half-inch thread. I can't wait to work on these. I've got some really good ideas to kind of get these back to factory fresh. Fully loose ball, but you'll see some pictures in a bit. So here's my colleague Adam. We already started stripping it before I started filming a lot of this, just because I didn't think we'd end up doing a video on it. I was just going to do a write-up, so I was getting some images. But then I thought, let's bring you guys along for the ride. So we're getting out the old bottom bracket cups here, and if you ever want to know what 30-year-old grease looks like, there you go. Overall, we found, as we were removing parts, that the bike was in really good condition, apart from the obvious rusting on the chrome and the pitting outside. The rest of the bike, once you started pulling it apart, looked really good. So here's the JMC bars and stem, a bit of a close-up on the Sun Tour stem there. Classic L-wedge style design, a bit different to the kind of rally stem bolts that we sell. Also got the Tech 3 levers on there also. And a bit of a surprise, we had some hutch grips on it. So we're going to try and see what we can do to save these, but there's only so much we can do when the customer's requiring a pretty mint bike back. So everything that we take off this bike is going to go back to the customer. Yes, some reproduction parts are going to end up on this. However, stuff like the tires, reproduction tires, and we're going to put a reproduction brake set because the customer wants to change the color of the brakes. So here's the Tough 2 mags, all loose ball bearing, alloy hubbed. Really excited to see how these will clean up. I think they're going to come out amazing. There is a bit of rust and kind of corrosion in the center hubs, particularly behind the freewheel on this one. And obviously it's going to need a new freewheel. Tires absolutely shot. I think the customer's going to end up going for some Skinball Comp 3s in the end, but we'll see that further down the line. But yeah, Tough 2 stamped into the rims there. Here's the Shimano pedals. The end caps are absolutely shot. I'm not sure what we're going to do for that. We're going to have to try and see if we can get some replacements or if we can kind of get them tidied up. But the rest of the pedals should come up pretty good once we're done with it. Here's that blue Sun Tour seat clamp I'm on about. You can see some scratches on it. Customer's asking for a pretty mint build back, so we're going to get that stripped, cleaned up, and then get it re-anodized in blue. Here's the original MX 1000 brakes. They are a bit bent, as you can see there. We could bend them back and spend a lot of time tidying these up. However, the customer is going to be changing them to either blue or red. He's not decided yet. And the reproduction parts are going to be much easier in this instance to put on. Not to mention be looking that factory new kind of finish the customer's looking for. They are pretty much the same brake apart from the stamping you can see here. It says 1182. Whereas the new ones don't have that stamping for obvious reasons. But yeah, it means we don't have to kind of tidy up all this, and the customer will get this back and he can at his own leisure get them sorted out or sell them. It's up to him, but we're just doing what the customer's asked us to do. So here's the original fork. Really good condition, obviously apart from the chrome. Dropouts don't look like they're destroyed at all. There's a little rust piece here that looks like it's a crack in the dropout there, but it is just rust, so it's not actually a crack throughout the dropout, which was a close call. But yeah, you can see how bad the rust is there. No OA bath's going to sort this out. And the customer's looking for that original kind of look. You can see how clean the steerer is once we actually removed it, so it has been looked after well. It's got some nice locking headset tops there as well, and a little dirt skirt on the bottom. Takagi crank, 170, with a nice toga style spider on it, and a Sun Tour 44 tooth chainring. These should all clean up really nice as well. We do a lot of polishing in house, and you know, this is the perfect kind of thing an OA bath would be used for. You can see the backside's pretty filthy, not been pulled apart in absolutely years. And the chainring bolts have a pretty cool kind of back end. They're actually a 15mm nut on the backside, so it means that you can just get a spanner on it and a 5mm on the other side, and they'll come undone, which you'll see shortly. But yeah, this should come up really nice with an OA bath and a bit of a clean. The sprocket should come up really nice as well. A little bit of a buff on the buffing wheel, bring it back to kind of that matte finish again. So here's a top tip for getting grips off. If you push a screwdriver down the end and then use some degreaser, preferably like a heavy engine degreaser, give it a squirt, pull out the screwdriver, and they'll come straight off. So you don't have to cut off the grips that way. And that's the brake cleaner that we use, just a generic kind of thing. Here my colleague's just giving this a bit of a wipe of the old crusty grease. So here you can see him using the spanner to hold the backside of the chainring bolt. This is way easier to disassemble than a lot of the other older bikes that we've done in the past. And it's actually quite refreshing because you can actually get some decent torque on it to get it undone. And these bolts and everything else, we're going to be putting it into a kind of de-rusting kind of solution later on, which we'll show you. But for now, my colleague's just going to try and get out the other side of that. And voila! One chainring. So before we put all the nuts and bolts that we've taken off into the rust inhibitor, which you can see behind, we're going to be cleaning it with some heavy engine degreaser just to get all the gunk and crap off it first. Otherwise it's not going to let that evapor rust was what we used. It's not going to let it kind of soak in and properly do its job. So we're just going to toss all the nuts and bolts into here. So this is all the stem bolts, chainring bolts, and later on also some parts out of the Skyway mag wheels as well. And the evapor rust. So we know this from a motocross side, with Alan doing a bit of motocross stuff, and this stuff gets talked about a lot of the time in the old 70s and 80s restorations for those. So we decided to give it a try, and it's pretty darn good. You just need a large enough container for it. It's not super expensive either, but luckily we're just doing nuts and bolts. We don't need loads, and we can just use it in our little kind of pot there. But yeah, some really good stuff. So once all the parts are cleaned, we can just toss them all in and leave it for a couple of days and see what happens. So this is just the first episode. We didn't really think we'd make one of these, so the next episode will be quite a bit different, but episode 2 will be on the Skyway mag restoration, and I've already seen that and it's going to come out amazing. So make sure you stay tuned for episode 2 of the AlansBMX Resto Show, and let's see how far this project's going to go. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please press like, and if you want to see more, hit subscribe, and also check out our website, AlansBMX.com, where you can buy a lot of old school parts as well as new school BMX parts. And if you're interested in getting your bike restored, get in touch. All the details will be in the description below.